Welcome back to the Tesla, guys. Welcome back to the vlog. If you're new to the channel, I'm Kyle. This is my Tesla 2014 Model S P85. I've kind of finished, but not really finished. I gotta do the other side and the back. But for the most part, the front's done, the side's done. That side's kind of half done. But anyways, that is not the point of today's vlog. You see, today's vlog is gonna cover why I regret buying my Tesla. Now, don't get me wrong. Before you just say it's clickbait and all that stuff, which I'm sure some people still will in the comments, and my reasons are dumb. I absolutely love the car. It's been fantastic, but there are a couple things that I regret, and these are them. I can usually get on it pretty well. Little tire spin. All right, nice cold 57 degrees is a little deceiving. Yeah, welcome to fall, welcome to November, but welcome to some tire spin, because when you got cold weather, it's always a good morning. All right, guys, we got a nice red light here. Wait for it. Woohoo! Never gets old. So that is one thing I do not regret on my car. The acceleration is still an absolute blast, even though it's only a P85 rear-wheel drive. I do not have launch mode, ludicrous mode, anything like that. So that is something that I do regret. But let's just get more into things I regret and why I regret them right now. All right, so first and foremost, I want to give you some context. That way you can better understand the statements I make as far as regretting the purchase of my 2014 Model S P85. So to start off, that is the car I have. I bought it used in February of 2018 with 72,000 miles on it and a 2-year or 100,000 mile on the odometer warranty. Let's see what else. So at this time, you know, there were obviously Model S and X's with P100D models out at those times, with the optional upgrade with ludicrous mode. Model 3s were slowly coming out. At this time, I believe only performance Model 3s were being delivered, and this is when they were priced at around $65,000. So this was quarter one of 2018. Q3 of 2018 is when they really ramped up Model 3 deliveries. And this is important for something later. So first and foremost, as I did briefly just mention, is yes, I love my P85, but it is rear wheel drive. Now this is fantastic for doing donuts and all of that good stuff, which I've done on a handful of occasions, and getting the back end loose and having some fun there. But it means I don't have all-wheel drive. Obviously I have rear wheel drive, don't have all-wheel drive, but that means it's not as good in the winter time. You see, I do live in Maryland, and we do get some cold winters with snow and ice and all that stuff, and well, all-wheel drive would be nice. Also, P100D with ludicrous mode is obviously much faster, and when I did buy this car, there were options online to buy P85Ds, P90Ds that were used, but still they were at least 10 to 20 grand more, and well, this was already stretching my budget. So I will say that, you know, maybe waiting or potentially stretching my budget more is one of the things I regret not doing, because not having all-wheel drive and not having that closer to 3 second 0 to 60 time, you know, I do regret it. It would be a lot more fun, it would be faster, and it would be better in those winter snowy conditions. My car, as I mentioned, I think I mentioned, if I didn't, here it is, I don't have Autopilot. No Autopilot hardware whatsoever. Don't have Autopilot 1, 2, don't have hardware 2.0, 2.5, whatever you want to call it. I don't have any of that stuff. So yes, I actually have to drive my car. I know, crazy, right? A Tesla owner that has to drive their own car doesn't have Autopilot. Anyways, I absolutely love driving, and when I was purchasing my car, I figured I don't necessarily need Autopilot. You know, I enjoy driving, not a big deal to me. Hopefully, you know, I don't have a commute when I'm in rush hour traffic. I mean, especially now, I metro every day to work. So for me, I was like, well, you know, if any car with Autopilot 1.0, just 1.0, is, I think at the time they were 2015 model years, I believe, had 1.0. I don't know if there are any 2014s or not, but either way, any cars with Autopilot 1.0 were at least $10,000 to $15,000 more than mine. So again, because I was sort of stretching my budget already on this car, I decided to say it's not worth paying the extra money again for Autopilot or having a P85D or anything like that. So of course, I passed up on Autopilot. Now, fast forward, probably about 6-7 months ago, my car was in the shop for a day, and I had a loaner. It was a 75D. Oh yeah, get that wheel spin. Whew. All right, so that 75D, it had Autopilot, or actually no, it was an 85D. Sorry, an 85D, which again, 2014, 2015 is when those came out, and that had Autopilot 1.0. That was fantastic. I drove with Autopilot. It was actually sort of like life-changing when it comes to driving. And the reason is those few times that you're stuck in like bumper to bumper traffic, it is ideal. You obviously still have to pay attention, but it just takes away that stress of having to get on the brake, get on the accelerator, slow down, speed up. You know, you just put Autopilot on, and the Tesla just takes care of it while you're sitting in traffic. It's fantastic. And until you've actually tried it, you use it more and more and get used to it and trust the car a little bit. Obviously still paying attention. I do not trust it that much, so I'm very much so paying attention. But that is one thing I do regret not getting. Now, I think that if I did get Autopilot 1.0 at this time, I would probably still be regretting that. You almost, I mean, at this point, any new Tesla you get has the newest Autopilot hardware, and or they are upgrading people to what, like the hardware 3.0. They're upgrading the computers in some of those earlier Model 3s that came out in order to make sure that you have everything necessary for full self-driving capabilities, robo-taxi stuff later on. But that is definitely something that I do regret, because, well, when it goes to reselling this car, selling it, it's killing the value, which leads me into the next thing. I bought my car in February, Q1 of 2018, and, well, like I said, there was a huge influx of Model 3s being delivered Q3 of 2018. And the reason why I mention this is, well, pretty simple. As these Model 3s came into the market, people were trading in their Tesla Model S's, which means there were more and more used Tesla Model S's, driving down the price of older cars, non-autopilot cars, non-all-wheel drive cars, whatever you want to call it. The price of my Tesla got crushed over the next like 6 to 7 months as all of these Model 3s basically flooded the market, or I guess they didn't flood the market. They were sold, and therefore people traded in Model S's, which flooded that used market, therefore depressing prices. So my car went from around $50,000 to probably like $35,000 within like a 6-month period, with, you know, me not even putting miles on it. Now, obviously, I was buying a high mileage car, one without Autopilot, so all those things I then quickly regretted because it just crushed the value of my car. And I just didn't really foresee this, but it does make sense. A lot of Model S owners did switch over to performance Model 3s or just other Model 3s because they didn't necessarily have the P100D with ludicrous mode. They just had basic Model S's that they could trade in for those cars at a cheaper price point, which weren't really previously available. So, because of that, you know, just the timing and not sort of looking at potential market conditions in the future, those are some things I regret around the purchase of my Model S. Now, I still love the car. It's been fantastic, and I didn't have to pay for gas, which is great. But, you know, now I'm stuck with a car without Autopilot, no all-wheel drive, and, well, the value got crushed pretty quickly. I think, if I look different, it's because I had to pause real quick to help my grandparents out and mow their lawn. But the last thing that I think I regret most, well, not most, but one of the other things that I regret is buying a higher mileage. I bought my car with almost 73,000 miles on it, I believe. And I only got a 2-year or 100,000 miles on the odometer warranty. Because I am slightly nervous about owning this car out of warranty. Everybody says get the extended warranty, so I guess you can extend your warranty past 50,000 miles, like if you get a new one. But there is no extending your warranty with Tesla. I think there's probably third parties where you can go to and get some sort of warranties on the car, but I just don't know if it's worth it. But I'm at 98,637 miles. And, well, yeah, needless to say, less than 1,500 miles left before my warranty is out, or my warranty ends February 26th, I think. So when either one of those hits, my warranty is up, and, well, who knows what'll happen. Now I will say I still have the battery and drive unit, I guess, under warranty for 8 years from when the car was made, unlimited miles. So that is at least nice to know. If my battery stops taking a charge or starts degrading way too much, or I blow my drive unit again, which I did do, it is covered under warranty still, even though this warranty is ending. But I got a lot of things taken care of under warranty, so that was fantastic. But again, most of the things that were taken care of under warranty were typical things that happened on older Teslas. For example, the door handles stopped coming in and out. There's a newer piece that they designed for that, so you don't have that problem. I think 2 of my door handles were replaced, at least. And then I did actually blow out my drive unit. I got a brand new drive unit in my car. But then on top of that, I also got some new, I got a new MCU, like full touchscreen is all brand new. I got a couple of pieces. It was like the steering control module or something that was replaced at one point. My car would not go into any gears, neutral or anything, had to be dragged onto a flatbed actually and towed to Tesla. So a lot of those things were replaced. I don't know how common the steering control module thing is, but either way, MCU / touchscreen, obviously very expensive, got that replaced, got the drive unit replaced, and I got at least 2 handles replaced, and the seal around the sunroof, it was making a little bit of wind noise, had that replaced. So I'm good to go in that sense, where a lot of those common issues have been replaced on my car, and I should be good. There's 1 or 2 small, very minor things that I do want to get looked at before the warranty is up. And then obviously, well, the rear sunroof is cracked, and well, if you watch some other videos, I may have touched on it, but yeah, we're not going to get into that now, but I have to pay for that. So the car's been fantastic otherwise, but those are the major regrets I have for purchasing my car. I absolutely love it though, and I don't regret the overall purchase. Teslas are fantastic. They drive amazingly. Amazingly? Is that a word? I think it is. Anyways, great cars. You don't have to pay for gas, so I can't say I regret buying a Tesla at all, but those are the regrets of buying the Tesla that I did buy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this is helpful to some degree. If it's not, sorry. But if you're enjoying the content, please consider liking and subscribing. And until next time, thanks for watching.